Good evening, welcome back if you joined us earlier for the BUCS Big Wednesday National Trophy Final between Nottingham and Bath University 2s. Now attention's turn to the championship. It's Bath University 1's against Loughborough University, looking to retain their title that they won last season against Hertfordshire. Amarag Basie and Lucy Goodman are going to be bringing you the commentary, but also so is the woman to my right, Berry Neal. Berry, it's fantastic to have you with us. It's been a bit of a big off-season for you, moving up here to Lightning. How have you found that switch so far and the start of the rebranded Super League?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's so professional here and I'm loving the training and all the girls as well, and I think we train at this university as well, so I know that the Loughborough ones have got amazing facilities here and I'm really excited to see what they put out today.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's supposed to be a neutral venue, but Loughborough hosting BUCS Big Wednesday, a little bit of home advantage. How much do you think that will help them, being on a court that they know, facilities that they know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the courts here are amazing, so I think that's an advantage for both sides. But I think having the fans and support is always such a big thing in knockout netball, and just knowing that they've got those people behind them, I think will really help them get over the line today.
Bath have obviously brought a big group with them as well. Their 2s were in that trophy final earlier. Talk to us a little bit then about when it gets to knockout season, those semi-finals, those finals. You've experienced them as a player. Does the mindset change? What's it like in the camp?
I think the mindset changes a little bit just because you know it's a must-win game, but I think as a player every game is a must-win game, so I think the players will probably be a little bit more nervous today. You know, there is a trophy at the end of the line for one of those teams, so I think definitely a little bit of built-up pressure, but also the adrenaline you get at knockout netball is absolutely immense, so I think they'll just be so excited to get out there.
And there's plenty of you coming through at the moment through the pathways in Next Gen, in Super League, that are those young up-and-coming talents, but an opportunity to see some more out here today in the university game. Who are some of the people that you've got your eye on?
I mean, I'm not going to be biased, but I also probably am. I'm really excited to see Bella Bayliss. Obviously, she's in the Loughborough Lightning NSL squad, and I think she's such an asset to our team, so I can only imagine what she's going to be to this team. And also Antonia Mitchell, you saw her step up as a temporary replacement player for Sammy Wallace, and she's not yet had loads of minutes at Super League, but I'm sure she's going to get lots tonight, so I think she's definitely one to watch.
Some big names to watch then, and some big decisions for the coaches to make throughout the day. I was able to catch up with both of them a little earlier on, starting with the head coach for Bath University. Anya, it was a comprehensive semi-final win for your side, but it doesn't get much more challenging than Loughborough on their own patch, albeit a neutral venue, in the championship final. What's the vibes like in camp?
Yeah, good. I think we took a lot of confidence from our semi-final. We weren't at a full squad, and we don't have a full squad today. But I think it's great to see that we can put a score like that against a team in a semi-final. So we know Loughborough's tough. It's a bit of an old rivalry, and obviously we faced them in the semi-final last year and final 2 years ago. So we're looking for a bit of redemption today, and I think the girls are feeling confident. They know it's going to be a challenge, but yeah, we're taking a lot of confidence from that semi-final.
Like you said, a lot of confidence. The trophy match earlier didn't go the way of your 2s, but what was noticeable for us was the support in the crowd from the team. How important has that been for both of your sides today, being there, cheering each other on and really making it feel like a home from home?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're so grateful that we've got both teams here, and it's really great they can support each other, but both teams earned being here and it's exciting. But we had 30 of our club members as well travel up with us today, and a lot of parents. So we tried to make it feel like home. You know, whilst it's meant to be a central venue, Loughborough have got the home advantage, which is a shame. But yeah, the girls have got behind the teams that are playing and tried to make it feel like home to us, which has been a real advantage, yeah.
And just a final one then, you said you're not quite with the full squad today, but a lot of talented athletes coming through that pathway still. Who are some of the people for us to watch out for?
Yeah, for sure. We've had a couple of injuries, which has been a real shame, and we've had Jada, who's not been released from Super League, which is understandable because she's got a big season ahead. But some of our youngsters have done a great job all season of standing up, and I think someone like Danny Carr has done a real good job of that. She's a fresher, and she's just owned that court time with a couple of shooters down. So we're excited to see what she can do today, and there's a lot of other athletes out there that are going to own it today.
Great. Well, Anya, best of luck. We can't wait to see what happens.
Thank you. Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks for that.
Thanks.
Fantastic to hear Anya's thoughts then. And now, well, the neutral side, but the side looking to retain their title. Here is what Peace Praskovia had to say ahead of the match. Peace, the big day's finally here, the final. Loughborough looking to retain that title. How excited is everybody for this huge match ahead?
Yeah, we are so excited to go in there once again, and I think we have worked so hard as a team to get here, and The moment has come. We are so excited for it.
It was a really hard-fought win in that semi-final. How much has that taught you and the squad about the determination, the ability to bounce back when it gets tough in those moments in games?
Yeah, the semi-final was so challenging, which is true. The team came in so strong and challenged us, but again, challenges are good. They make you identify what you're good at. And standing up to that has given us the courage to keep going on, and we know that we can stand in strong in tough times. And the other advantage we have is the depth that we have on the bench, so which was really helpful.
That was going to be my final question then. Just talk to us a little bit about that depth, because there's so many talented players in your squad, and it gives you so many options during the match as well.
Oh yeah, the bench has a big depth, and honestly sometimes it becomes difficult to choose the starting 7. And I think as Loughborough University we are so lucky to have that depth on the bench.
Brilliant. Well, Peace, best of luck this evening.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to BUCS Big Wednesday 2025. Coming at you live from the Netball and Badminton Centre here at Loughborough University. Well, we've already had one incredible encounter in the trophy final, with Nottingham coming away victorious against Bath 2's 69-34. So a really dominant display. And now coming up, the championship final promises to be a thrilling encounter between two powerhouses of university netball. Loughborough's first team enters the match with an impeccable record, having remained undefeated for the past 3 seasons. Their dominance has contributed to the university's 43rd consecutive overall BUCS title in 2024, and now they're aiming for another consecutive 3rd netball title. While star players Jazz Brown and Alex Johnson are unavailable due to external commitments, Loughborough's depth ensures a formidable lineup. Facing them are Bath's first team, the champions of the Southern Premier 1 division. With only 1 loss in 12 fixtures, Bath 1's has demonstrated resilience and top-flight skill in abundance. Their recent semi-final showcased their offensive strength, securing an 81-41 victory over Leeds. Adding some strategic insight to their bench is Jada Pekara, who, due to her Super League duties, contributes her expertise in a coaching capacity today. Now, Bath haven't won the championship since, I believe, about 2012. So it's been 13 long years. Will that all end tonight? I'm delighted to be joined in commentary by a true netball legend. With over 100 caps for the England Roses, a Commonwealth Games gold medal and an MBE to her name, netball stars don't come much bigger than this. Of course, I'm talking about the one and only Amma Agwezi. Amma, how are you doing?
Hi Lucy, it's really good to join you, and the vibe in here is awesome, so really looking forward to the game.
It is going to be absolutely incredible. We've got a full house here at the Netball Centre. So I'm going to run you through the starting lineups for each side as centre pass is just around the corner. So for University of Bath, in goalkeeper Scarlett Treacy, goal defence Sophie Sifri, in wing defence it's captain Ellie Irvine, centre Sienna Rutherford, wing attack Alana Pullen, goal attack Charlotte Watts, and goal shooter is Danny Carr. And for Lightning, in goalkeeper Darcy Everett, goal defence Selena Appleby-Prince, wing defence Neve Kilgallen, centre Bella Bayliss, wing attack Georgie Brock-Taylor, goal attack Ella Williams, and goal shooter is Antonia Mitchell. And already a massive turnover for Lightning, and they're streaming down court. Brock-Taylor with a good take in the pocket. There she is, ball in hand, big ball over to Mitchell. Of course, she was elevated into the Loughborough Lightning Netball Super League squad for round 1. Didn't take to court, but great to see her elevated to the Super League.
And I think great to see her impact in terms of winning that interception to give Loughborough an opportunity to prevent Bath from scoring, but great defensive play and then great attacking feeding into that circle too.
Ella Williams then for Loughborough, taking them 3 zip up. So Pullen looking for options, having to reset, but Brock-Taylor offside.
Loughborough defensively just doing a really good job of keeping the wing attack centre off, very far off the circle edge, and keeping shooter goal attack behind them. So creating that divide in this end third, which is creating a bit of hassle for the Bath team, a bit of disconnect.
Yeah, you can see that disconnect just there. Charlotte Watts having to come to the rescue to receive that ball. And Niamh Kilgallen making an absolute nuisance of herself early on. Charlotte Watts for the throw-in to Rutherford, back to Watts. Oh, nothing but net for their first goal of the game.
And I think Bath will be grateful to just get that settler into the game. They've had to work to get that opportunity, but nothing but net, as you said.
So Lightning then, big ball over to Mitchell. It finds its recipient and it finds the bottom of the net. 4 goals to 1. So a really fast start here for Loughborough.
Yeah, it is. I think that was expected. They've got such experience and depth in their squad. So nothing unexpected by the performance so far.
Yeah, and actually looking at the accolades for each of these sides, it's basically Loughborough Lightning next gen versus Team Bath next gen. So it's going to be a very entertaining game as Danny Carr gets one of her own. Oh, and a bit of a win there for Team Bath. Look at me, the University of Bath.
And just the ball placement, not quite finding Ella Williams. She did try, but I think just that drive that she was making through the mid-court, teammates just misreading the space.
So Irvine having to go all the way back to Creasy. Nice punch through the middle from Pullen.
A beautiful punch through the middle. And that was created by Selena Appleby-Prince, creating that space, driving to the sideline, which opened up the middle beautifully.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but didn't quite have the execution on it.
Sophie sit through with a great back step and tip and pick up.
So Ella Williams for Lightning, and she gets another one on the board, looking confident early doors. Rutherford then, first days to Pullen. Watts getting involved. Pullen again in the pocket. Doesn't like what's on offer. I'd like to just see her wait a fraction longer before looking to reset, give the shooters time to open something up in the circle. And there we go, they find Daniela Carr, and she finds the bottom of the net.
Absolutely, I think just that bit more patience. The shooters were doing some work, they were trying to shift their defenders, and potentially it would have opened up a lot sooner than having to play back to the line continuously.
Oh, Antonia Mitchell, she tiptoed over that line, and that's a big win for the Bath defence. Creasy then to Irvine. Oh, missed pass, picked off by Ella Williams. Oh, but equally not to be outdone, Sienna Rutherford.
And I think this is indicative of how this game's going to be in terms of that tussle. Like you said, it's almost one next-gen team against another. So lots of experience, lots of skill, lots of talent, and lots of turnover.
Right on cue, there we go. The big arms of Darcy Etherett. Of course, London Pulse Super League player. Whoa. Unlucky for Pullen. Oh, beautiful ball into Mitchell. Oh, a little bit short on that one. In the last next gen game, she shot at 97% accuracy, so I don't think we'll see too many of those misses from her.
Great shutdown there on the defence by the Loughborough defenders.
And do you think, is this just the result of nerves early on, do you think, for Team Bath? Just a couple of miscommunications?
Yeah, I don't really know necessarily whether it is. I actually think it's the pressure that the Loughborough team are putting on them, that it's so intense. We saw there on that centre part, so 2 players paying attention to one, but then not just letting off. So Niamh Killigan also paying attention, forcing that pressure. So Loughborough just, I think, dogged in their defence and their pressure, and obviously they'll build that pressure, and at the moment the game is relatively close, but if this continues I think we'll see a big lead develop.
Let's see, shall we? Charlotte Watts, after a beautifully won turnover by Ellie Irvine. Oh, they're really having to be patient, but Bella Bayliss, what an intercept. You could see the hesitation from Irvine to release the ball, and they find Mitchell right underneath the post. And there's goal number 7 for Loughborough. Appleby Prince then.
Beautifully read. Incredible. Great play, great footwork there from Ellie Irvine.
Of course, former Team Bath athlete in the Netball Super League, so a wealth of experience. That was a big shove in the back from Everett.
It really was. The ball placement wasn't quite right, so Lucy Button doing a great job of pulling that ball in.
So Appleby Prince then over to Kilgallen. Oh, that was late. Yep, that was definitely a contact. A little bit lucky not to be anything more than that. Nice shooter to shooter ball. Nothing Sophie Sifri can do about that one. Pullen now looking for options. Timing just a little bit out for Team Bath attack. Team Bath, how many times are going to say that today?
We'll start finding you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the timing is off. So we saw there Lucy Pullen made that break across the line for the centre pass, and she Sienna Rutherford was still hesitant to give her the ball, so she actually received the ball quite deep in the centre, which then impacts you moving forward and penetrating forward. So I think because of the defence they're receiving and the pressure, I think they're a little bit hesitant to let the ball go.
Loughborough, nice centralisation of the ball.
Great vision there, and that great drive from Ella Williams along that Loughborough baseline.
Rutherford then to Watts on first phase.
Loughborough defenders just working really well together. So almost if the ball carries your opponent, you can drop off and help your teammate to defend. So they double mark one of the players, and then the other defenders know it's not going to that person. What can we set up in terms of where else we can win the ball?
Well, right on cue, they did the double defence, got the turnover, but then equally just gave it straight back. But Charlotte Watts, she'll make no mistake from there, even at mid-range. Bayliss then to Brock Taylor, back to Bayliss, top of the circle. Williams for Loughborough, just bounces over the back.
And Bath setting up, we saw this on their last back line. They're able to get the first ball out. It's the pressure on the second and third phase that Loughborough put on where Bath were struggling. They've got a lot deeper through the court on this opportunity. Great drive there from Charlotte Watts, just opening up the defence, splitting them, coming up through the middle there. And great timing to step on court late as an option whilst the Loughborough defenders were focused on Lucy Button.
Charlotte Watts then to pull in. Oh, having to go over. She wasn't ball side. Did well to bring it in.
Good strength from Sophie Sifri.
Watts again looking for options. She opts for the big long feed in.
Confident. I think defenders both with their heads down, double marking, but not quite in the game.
And Danny Carr brings them back within 2. Oh, using all 3 of her seconds then. Brock Taylor with a difficult take. And again, equally big long feed over to Mitchell. And she takes them into double digits. Watts again, that's a beautiful first and second phase. That's what they've been looking for. Oh, Appleby Prince out hunting. How does she keep that in? But it's off the post. Kilgallen mops up. This game feels frantic, Emma, doesn't it?
It really does. I think it's it's exciting,
Isn't it?
but it is potentially, if you're on court, a little bit too frantic. But for us as spectators, it just brings that excitement.
Yeah, what a game so far for the neutral in particular. As Mitchell goes about her merry way with their centre pass as well. Oof. Yeah. Just a contact, but she did come sort of underneath her opposition. Unlucky from Sifri, turned herself inside out to try and get a hand to that, but Mitchell, steady as you like.
Yeah, a great combination has developed between Williams and Mitchell in terms of Williams driving that baseline and then just confident to pop the ball straight up, knowing Mitchell will be there.
That's a beautiful roll off the body from Carr. Everett just left with her head turning. Oh, how's that for a first phase?
Beautifully threaded through the needle.
But a footwork call. So Creasy to Sifri. Oh, that was never going to land. Bella Bayliss all over that one.
Absolutely, and if Bella Bayliss wasn't there to pick it up, Niamh Kilgarran was there waiting in case. I think Bath being a bit too telegraphic with their passing and also their movement.
I think because at the moment there seems to be only one clear offer to the ball, so Loughborough know exactly where that's going, and there's another win for the African Violet. Oh, tiptoeing on the sideline, Ellie Irvine, what a take in the air. There she is again, taking every second pass at the moment.
I was just about to say, Irvine working excessively in terms of the defence, but actually attacking wise, she's been really influential in the Bath team, building the ball through court and then always there as a backup option to reset, which Bath have had to do quite a lot.
So for the difference then, as we approach the last 90 seconds of this quarter. Bayliss to Williams, back to Bayliss. The 1-2, Charlotte Creasy's getting a hand in. Oh, Emma, you must like that as a defender.
Yes, just her footwork was poetry in motion. She worked really hard and just got that little touch. Beautiful. Also, I think the timing of it, Bath really needed it. The score was starting to blow out and Bath really desperate, although obviously not that desperate, but really desperate. They needed to score at that moment.
Yeah, I think Rutherford was just off on one foot. She'd taken that step in, which obviously makes it a bit harder to offload. And Everett, take from Mitchell.
Yeah, a difficult ball to take in terms of the ball placement, that contest that she was receiving on the body from Scarlett Creasy, but still took it well and converted.
So what can Watts do here? They're going to swing it. But Bayliss getting a hand in.
And they're swinging it because Button is holding on that side, but then I think I'm quite frustrated because as the ball swings, Button releases the space, and so then she's not available for that front short pass and that flat ball. So I would like it if Button could be strong, hold that space, so that when the ball swings, she can just step forward and receive a flat ball.
Charlotte Watts, just overcooked it slightly. They're going to have to be quick for the throw-in. Do they realise what time they've got? Excellent work from Danny Carr. She took that quickly. And at the end of the first quarter, it is 10 to University of Bath, 14 to Lightning. Emma, before we go for a short break, quick assessment of that first quarter?
Yeah, it was intense, like you said, but what I really liked about the Loughborough team was their movement, their flow, able to put that pressure on and then read the play. Bath, a little bit static and also one-dimensional, so almost like one person moving, not changing direction, easy for the Loughborough team to read. A standout performance so far, I think, from Appleby Prince in terms of her reading play, but a number of key players in the Loughborough team, I think, shining at the moment.
Well, both sides have a plethora of talent and embarrassment of riches, so let's see what the second quarter has in store. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
It's time to get loud once again. Second quarter about to get underway. Let's warm them up before we get going. Let's hear you, Team Bath. And let's hear you, Team Loughborough.
Just for the difference then as we head into this second quarter. Just having a quick scan of the court. Doesn't look like we've got any changes for Loughborough as we see an outrageous take from Mitchell right underneath the post. And also no changes for Bath either by the looks of things.
I think both teams settled into the game now, so not necessarily to make some changes, just brush up on some of the things that are going wrong.
Yeah, actually, sometimes the answer isn't personnel changes, it's a tactical change or a tactical a change of strategy from that quarter-time chat with the coaches. So Brock Taylor then, hand in from Rutherford. Nope, pulling even. Got called for the contact though.
Frustrating, I think, because she did go with her reverse hand, but she was on the wrong side of the umpire, so potentially always going to get called for that contact.
That was a lovely front presentation from Ella Williams. Just opened up Mitchell in the backspace. Brock Taylor then not able to get the depth on second phase.
But Loughborough still finding an indirect path, opening up spaces through the middle, into the pocket, and
Ella Williams doing a great job there. It's actually her BUCS final debut as well, so really soaking up the pressure. Danny Carr, nice strong front hold, but Bella Bayliss, try as she might, couldn't stop herself falling into the circle. Oh, the offside called. That is a killer for Bath.
Egypt's find the game is slipping away from the Bath team.
Yeah, 7 the difference now. So Bath will need to turn this over and then secure their centre pass, but that ball into Mitchell is absolutely pinpoint.
And I'd like for Bath defenders to focus more on the first phase of centre part. So Loughborough are preparing for second phase quite early on, but they're still getting the first phase really easily. So Bath have 2 players on one player, on Brooke Taylor, and she's still managing to get that centre part. So if Bath could close that down, it would help to build the pressure on this Loughborough attack end.
Well, Brock Taylor, there she is, ball in hand. Mitchell out the circle now. Brock Taylor back, top of the circle edge. But Rutherford just tiptoeing offside. Oh, the hand in from Creasy. And Mitchell for number 20. Rutherford then, who's on offer. Just smothering everywhere. It's just a purple dress.
African Violet, I think you'll
African
find.
Violet. Look at me, so common. Purple.
Yeah, who's purple? No one has purple. No, purple's a nice colour, but I think Loughborough, it's that distinction.
Yeah, they're proud of the African Violet, aren't they?
Once upon a time I was in Loughborough, so I have to.
You were indeed.
I have
you were
to.
indeed. Not well collected by Williams. And she gets another one. Yeah, on a little bit of a roll now here, Loughborough. 10 the difference. Oh my goodness! How did that land with Bayliss? Oh, that was such a slick centre pass.
I think Brooke Taylor just showing us how incredibly skilled she is. She's got that precision, she's got the vision, she's got the speed and agility. It's all-round greatness.
Oh, great vision, looking direct to the circle. And Carr delivers accordingly, a much needed goal for Bath. Oh, just out of options. trying to force the long feed. And of course, there's so much on the line for each of these teams. You know, for Lightning, they're going for the three-peat. Lightning, how many times am I going to refer to them as the NSL sides, honestly? Loughborough going for the three-peat. And for Bath, they haven't won it for probably about 13 years or so.
No, they haven't. And we talk about Brooke Taylor. So she's actually been in the first team for 4 seasons now, and this is her second. She's been BUCS champion twice, so this is her third opportunity to be champion. So she's playing from experience. She's currently the Loughborough Next Gen team, and she's a Loughborough local. So from under 13, she's played in this area and worked her way through the pathway. So I guess a really good testament to Loughborough. And you keep on referring to Loughborough Lightning and the Super League teams. Brooke Taylor is a product of the Super League team. So nice for you to make that connection.
There you go. So Everett then tried the swing over the circle, but the obstruction called. I think that's against Carr. So Kilgallen then to Bayliss. Appleby Prince to Brooke Taylor. Looking for options off on 1 foot. Bayliss, oh, the quick release. Mitchell from range. That's the furthest we've seen her shoot. But she still nails it.
Absolutely, she was under intense pressure. I think there was it from Sophie Sitfrey, but still nailed it.
You can see Bath opted for the 2-on-1, which just allowed Ella Williams to enter the circle unchallenged. And she gets another one. Rutherford then.
And Bath just 3 goals this quarter, so hoping this is an opportunity to seal number 4.
Oh, a lovely little fake of the ball, but I don't know, the placement possibly not quite there.
Yeah, I think just overkill. I think sometimes when you're under that pressure, the feeders think they need to put a bit more on it just because of how the impact of the defender, and I think they're doing that too much. And actually, just feed the standard ball that you would, because the hold, I think Danny Carr has a good hold in there and she's doing a reasonable job.
So it looks like we've got a change here. Charlotte Watts coming to the bench and Sophie Kelly, I think that is, coming on. Of course, a wealth of experience, 4 seasons in the Super League. Ellie Irvine out hunting. Oh, and again, Mitchell, even with a little bump on the hip, still manages to collect.
Great depth there for the second phase. Danny Carr just moving off that hold slightly too soon, allowing herself to be forced off the back by Darcy Everett's pressure. And Darcy Everett moving her feet really quickly to try to get round the front.
Danny Carr just bounces off the back, but who's on the end of it? It's Darcy Everett. I thought that might have been a little bit of a replayed ball, but not called.
I thought so too. Maybe a little bit of retribution there.
That good old netball karma that we speak about. So Pullen then to try and feed the circle. Sophie Kelly's strong entry, taking on the body of Everett. Oh, she slots it away. Brooke Taylor then having to go all the way across court, and that's the result. Just hold time while we recollect the ball. Oh, and again the 2-on-1, but Mitchell
the confidence. Just let it go, and then a hand pops up from nowhere, and she gathers.
That was a good setup on the first phase of centre pass. The screen from Pullen opened up Sophie Kelly. Now it's Pullen deep into the pocket. The bounce past the top of the circle, and it's into Carr. Can she nail it? Oh, yes, she can.
That was
Emma, you were
so good, so good to watch. It gave me shivers. It was so good. Just the timing of the release, knowing the play was here, that bounce pass to the top of the circle, and then the second release in. It's exciting.
It is exciting. Even though the difference is still 10, there's another win for the University of Bath. Is this the start of the comeback? Sifri to Irvine. Oh, lucky. Irvine again. Pullen now, back to Irvine, still taking every second pass, but having to go all the way back to the defensive third. Over the mess, you love it.
I don't know that I do, I feel stressed. I feel stressed. But actually I like the fact that Bath are taking their time. It's okay to go back as long as you then come again, you have the options and you move the ball, and that's exactly what they just did.
And Sophie Kelly, oh, she certainly brought the crowd to life as well. She is, I believe, on managed minutes though, due to Super League commitments.
And I think that's a challenge that these players have to contend with. So not only studying, some full-time, some part-time, but also playing in their next gen or their Super League team, and then also their uni team, and sometimes Prem as well. So a lot of commitments, a lot of training, a lot of travel. So how do you balance that and also enjoy your life too?
Absolutely. As we see another win for Bath, just feel like the defensive pressure's gone up a notch now, as has the ball speed. Oh, Kilgallen!
Takes herself offside, so Bath still in possession.
Kelly just inches herself closer. Oh, she could have, if she'd waited, she could have taken a little step forward, got herself closer to post just to set the penalty.
And that's a frustrating thing, I think, with shooters, that they often feel like they'll get a second bite of the cherry. They don't set the penalty, they take the shot, and the umpire gives it back. Not on that occasion.
But Sienna Rutherford to the rescue, and on the feed as well. Unbelievable. You can see why she was in the Roses Academy.
Absolutely.
Ella Williams looking for options. Mitchell coming out the circle. Haven't seen too much of that this game.
Not at all. Mitchell on the run, I was going to say, but she's found her way back to that crucial position she has about 2 meters from the goalpost, holding strong, receiving double the attention.
Oh, Creasy again!
Great play by Creasy, just making it look as if it was an option and available, and then suddenly come into that space after the ball had been released.
That's got to be, 4 turnovers in a row down this Bath defensive end. Just needs someone punching forwards. Take from Kelly. Pullen over to Carr. Absolutely beautiful. Amma is beside herself.
I am. I'm really excited that it's coming together. Obviously, I'm impartial, but it's just nice to see good play. I think the Bath team, they've been working really hard, and you can see them trying to do things, and they weren't really coming off. So the fact that they are now, the fact that they've got 2 goals in a row, and Danny Carr has really stood up. She has been standing up, but I think even more so now. It's nice to see.
Well, we've gone from a 10-11 goal deficit to just a 6 goal deficit now. So never say never in netball. Mitchell should get this one. There we go. So Rutherford to Kelly out wide. Oh, Appleby Prince, what a hand in. Oh, yeah, I thought she might have got away with that one.
I thought so too. I think she looked there thinking, let it go to Mitchell, but Mitchell's actually rolling off the space, so a good decision not to play that ball long. And Loughborough having to think a little bit about their passing and their placement and moving. It's not as straightforward as it was in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Defensive pressure really gone up a notch. And so we do have a change for Loughborough. So Ella Williams going to the bench. And we'll bring you confirmation of the change as soon as we receive it. Brock Taylor then, there's that big ball over. It does find Mitchell on this occasion. Pullen, Everett's out hunting. It's a 2-on-1 in the circle. Kelly she'll back herself from here, and why wouldn't you? So it looks like Izzy Pennycook is the one who's come on into goal attack for Loughborough. Pullen. What can she do here? Having to go back to Irvine. They've just lost a little bit of the ball speed that they had earlier. Oh, I was going to say what a beautiful feed, but I'll take it back.
Beautiful feed, just not connecting. So we can still, we'll still claim the beautiful feed.
Give her the credit she deserves.
Yeah.
Pennycook then to Brock Taylor. Oh, Creasy. Yeah, offside call.
Yes, and that was just really good body work from Creasy, changing that angle. And the ball placement was actually on the wrong side of Mitchell. She had a lot to do to try and pull it in. Obviously wasn't able to do it on that occasion, but that was more the ball placement than Mitchell's movement.
Oh, the miscommunication there. Could have gone in. Just 5 seconds on the clock. It needs to find. It does not find Antonia Mitchell. And there we have it at half-time, 21-30 in favour of Lightning. But what a quarter from the University of Bath.
Absolutely, and I think the score doesn't really necessarily reflect what the quarter was like, and I think Bath really meant business then. They had more connections together. They were changing direction a little bit more, or doing the work off the ball or pre-work before the ball carrier was turning and ready to part. So I think frustrating, because they did have passages where it connected and they scored, but then I think at the end they've gone back to a bit of that wayward passing and not being patient and not waiting. I think sometimes their challenge was they were patient and they went backwards, and then they had options, and then other times when they went backwards they turned and they still didn't have the options. And so I think that makes you think, actually there's no point going back because people aren't ready, I'm just going to force it. And so a few errors crept into their game, but still really exciting. And I think if Bath can put in a consistent performance, we might have a game on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the defensive pressure really kind of took a turn. It started off like Loughborough were just yeeting that ball into Mitchell. It was finding her with ease, but then halfway through that quarter, defensively, they just changed their setup completely, and Lightning did not have that easy route to goal. But then towards the end of that quarter, you could see them trying those long feeds again. Some made it, some didn't. So a really, really fascinating quarter defensively from Bath.
Really it was, and I think Scarlett Creasy changed up different things that she was doing. So I think earlier in the game she was just allowing Mitchell to set up a certain position in the circle and holding that position, whereas I think she forced her to move. Sometimes she forced her closer to the back line, which means that ball isn't necessarily always on. And then we saw Mitchell moving a bit. I don't know whether that was the pressure that Creasy put her under or whether they just decided to change their game plan. It's great that a shooter has the option and ability to do that and to move, but what Mitchell does is when she moves, she then tries to find her place back in that spot on the circle, and Creasy was doing a good job of challenging to keep her away from that spot.
Well, we're going to catch our breath, and while we do that, we're going to throw down to Harry and Berry Neal courtside.
Fantastic to hear the thoughts of Amma Agbezi during that first half with Lucy Goodman. Berry, you've been watching it from up there. You're going to be on comms for the second half. What have you made of that? It's been so entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, that has just been a brilliant first half. I've really enjoyed it. I think Loughborough have just been ruthless the whole way through that first half, particularly in defence. I think Selena and Darcy have just been absolutely ruthless. And the defensive pressure around the edge from the mid-court as well has been brilliant. I'm really loving what I'm seeing from Antonia Mitchell in there. I just think maybe sometimes in attack we can just change that timing. Yes, she is so valid and a 1v1 option in there, but can we maybe add a swing just in that last little part of that second half? I just think we can change the timing a little bit in attack.
Bath have been keeping that fight going all the way through, though. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about sort of an area of the court you know well, that wing attack, goal attack area. Had Alana Pullen, Georgie Brock-Taylor, both of them have been bringing so much to the court for their sides.
Yeah, 100%, and I think the mid-court have just been so fast for both teams. I think maybe that's where Bath were a little bit let down, just maybe changing that timing in the attack. You know, they're playing really quick netball, which is wonderful, but can they maybe fake that defence, move the ball somewhere else? But I was really impressed with Ella Williams in that first half in goal attack. You know, she was using the base, she was coming in at the top, and when that 2v1 dropped on Antonia Mitchell, she really took advantage of that and went to goal, so I love to see that.
I think just a word on Bella Bayliss as well. Feels wrong saying seasoned at university level, but she's done so much already at university level and in the rest of the game. Leading from the front, she's been integral to them so far at centre.
Yeah, and I think she's really that link between attack and defence. We've seen her get some amazing backing ups, defensive turnovers, but also just her drives through the middle in attack to get to circle edge, her chase downs, just her work ethic in there has been amazing. So for me, she's really holding that side together.
So Loughborough in the ascendancy, Bath not too far behind in the grand scheme of things. What do you think they need to do a little bit more of in this third quarter to try and pull it back?
I mean, I think we saw them inject Sophie Kelly in that last little bit of that second half, so I think keeping her on will be really good. She's really took advantage of getting those penalties from the defence, and she's put up them long bombs as well, so I'm really excited to see what she can keep doing, and I think just a little bit more patient in attack. You know, the defence are winning ball, and I know they haven't got Jada Pekova in there, who would probably be their starting goalkeeper on paper, but defence are doing a good job at getting ball. It's just, can they keep it safe and simple through in the attack?
Off the court then, let's talk a little bit about the crowd. You and I have been watching it from up there. It's been loud, hasn't it?
It's like a battle between both sides. You know, Loughborough score, they're wild, Bath score, they go even louder, and I love it. I think we need to get some of these fans to the Super League games because they have been immense, and I think that's what builds the atmosphere, and yeah, I'm just loving what I'm seeing so far.
So that's what we want, don't we? A celebration of netball, but bringing the vibes on court, off court, and like you said, whether it's university, it's next gen, it's Super League, this is the sort of atmosphere we want going forward for our game.
Yeah, 100%, and as a player it just builds you with so much confidence and just gives you so much energy, and I think that's what the players, you can really see out there that energy off the bench and off from the crowd is really coming out onto court, and it's lovely to see.
Final one then, talking about the noise, you're switching with Emma for the second half, jumping in on comms. Might have a bit of trouble listening to Lucy and being able to hear her, but excited for it?
Yeah, super excited. I was actually sat next to Lucy then and I couldn't hear a word she was saying, so it's definitely going to be a difficult one, but I'm super excited to see what the second half entails, and I'm hoping it can be a game that goes right to the end in terms of scoreline.
Well, fingers crossed, this one's got all the makings of an all-time great final. Berry's going to be on comms with Lucy for the second half, so we're going to take a short break, 1, so she can run up, 2, so we can turn the microphones up a little bit and they can hear each other, but we'll be back with you very shortly.
Well, second half is underway. 9 the difference currently. And I'm delighted to be joined by a new co-commentator for the second half. You might have just seen her on your screens doing a half-time interview. It's Berry Neal. How you doing, Berry?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really happy to be here. It's been a great first half, so I'm excited to see what this second half entails.
So we do have some changes as well for each side as we see a ball spray over the sideline. So for University of Bath, Becca Hinkins comes on into centre. And for Loughborough, Molly Hole comes on into goal defence, Izzy Kay into wing defence, and Selena Appleby-Prince moves back into goalkeeper.
And I think that's just the brilliant thing about both of these sides. They've got such impact from the bench and they can afford to make those changes. So I'm really excited to see what these new players coming on can bring.
Oh, there's another big win there for Loughborough. Big swing to the other side of the circle. Bayliss now looking for the feed. She finds Mitchell. Loughborough in the blink of an eye, now out by 11. Not the start that Bath would have wanted to the quarter. Oh, very clever from Penny Cook.
Yeah, and just a lovely fake from Bella there. She saw the defender out hunting, faked it and played it back to goal attack. It was lovely to see.
So Irvine then for the University of Bath. Oh, not a lot coming forward. Oh, but Appleby Prince was out hunting and just opens up Carr underneath the post.
And I think that's a really good adjustment from Bath. I think maybe in the first half they perhaps would have given that to the flying defender, but I think just opening up their vision and seeing that option under the post is going to work for them.
So Bayliss then, Penny Cook gets herself in that circle to be a threat, to release the 2-on-1, and there you go. Right on cue. Mitchell with number 34.
And she's just been formidable for me in the first half, you know, holding not just on a 1v1 but on a 2v1 and still taking the ball. I'd like to see Lightning just adapt that a little bit if she's on a 2v1. Can they play the goal attack just a little bit more? But absolutely loving what I'm seeing so far.
So Loughborough, not able to get that one down to the goal end. Sophie Kelly now, big ball into the pocket to Pullen. Off on 1 foot, having to go back. Hinkins getting involved. Kelly again, but the big arms of Molly Hole. Oh, and that pressure just forcing a rushed feed.
And I know that Molly Hole did actually used to do high jump, so she's got the leaps and the hops, which you can definitely see out on court. So I think as a goal attack, you just have to be aware of her range there, which Sophie Kelly was, which was why she went back.
Funny you should say that. She's actually won national titles for her high jump. Her PB is 1.79 metres.
Wow.
There you go, fun fact for you. So Loughborough then on circle edge. Creasy caught out, so Sifri having to deal with a 2-on-1. Oh, one heck of a jump over the shot, but Mitchell just unflappable.
And that was a smart screen there from the Loughborough shooters. Just, you know, one defender's out. Can we screen the one that's in, have a free option to the post?
So contact against Bayliss, the 2-time Super League champion with Loughborough Lightning. Lovely work from Kelly. We see that time and time again in the Super League. And playing for your old side now this season.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Sophie. I think she's going to be such a good asset to Pulse, especially with the super shot now in play. She is the long bomb queen, so I can't wait to see what she can do out there.
Oh, and speaking of queens, Sophie Sifri, a cracking game there for Bath. She's getting stuck in, helping the team out in attack. And Kelly to Pullen. Oh, taken from Hinkins. Oh, but it does dribble out. Needed 2 hands to that one, really. Oh, defensive pressure from the attackers. That must feel good as an attacker yourself when you get a turnover.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't always come often, so that's definitely one to celebrate. I think Bath's defence has been really clinical the whole way through this game. They've won a lot of ball. It's just can they score from it and try and keep possession.
Oh, but Molly Hole not to be outdone. Oh my goodness, and again, Ellie Irvine. Wasn't enough on that ball, able to cut the line.
I think both teams just need to settle at the start of this third quarter. There's a lot of back and forth, so it'd be good to see one team just take control, take this one to goal and score off a centre pass.
Penny Kirk using her body smartly. Sifri deemed too close. Quick offload. And a finish as well.
Yeah, she's never going to miss from there.
So some changes here for Bath. Looks like Danny Carr is going to the bench. Sophie Kelly going back to goal shooter. And Charlotte Watts coming back on into goal attack. Think that's a necessary change, Berry?
Yeah, maybe. I think it might be nice to have Sophie Kelly in the back just to be a target. I think she's doing a lot of work out the front, but I think, you know, we have seen her at goal shooter before and she can be really effective there. So maybe it'll look a little bit different. There might be a little bit more movement, more screens and pops towards the ball, just like that. But yeah, I think just offering something a little bit different for Loughborough's defence to think about.
Well, good impact already as Kelly gets another one on the board. Brock Taylor then on again, another big ball over. Creasy. I think Mitchell was expecting the contact, but it never came. Sifri then to Hinkins. Hinkins again, hasn't actually moved. There, oh.
It's brilliant pressure by Loughborough, keeping them all on one side. Shouldn't have an option, had to go back, and then didn't have an option again. So it's always good when you can put on pressure as a full team. So I think Loughborough will be really happy with that.
Well, as they say, a bit cliche, but 7 in attack, 7 on defence.
Exactly.
There's the proof in the pudding. Oh, just struggling for options. Hinkins are probably a little bit early with that drive. Oh, and again, just not quite clicking. I was a little bit surprised to see Rutherford taken off at centre. I thought she was doing a great job towards the end of that second quarter.
Yeah, 100%. I thought she was doing really good. Nice drives, nice options on the swing. So be interesting to see how they adapt to that now that she's been taken off. And a lovely screen and pop there from Antonia Mitchell.
Yeah, threading the needle as well. And suddenly Loughborough looking quite comfortable. So Bath are going to need a big effort here. Sophie Sifri.
And you also just take a look at that bench and you see Sophie Egbaron and Emily Paulett still sat there. Oh, and a change has come in, Sophie Egbaron into goal shooter. But, you know, just the depth that they've got in this squad, they can just keep chopping and changing and, you know, the same impacts really. So I'm excited to see how she enters this game.
Yeah, Sophie Egbaron, I believe, is on managed minutes due to Super League commitments. Oh, she was looking to the umpire. We'll go again. Second bite of the cherry. Oh, she slots it. 13 the difference. So it looks like Rutherford has come back on into centre as well for Hinkins. That's probably what we anticipated as well, just not clicking to start the quarter.
Yeah, and it'll be good to see her come back and hopefully inject the same that she did in that first half.
Pullen doing a mountain of work, but those pesky arms of Molly Hull once again. She is a national champion for mixed with stunts netball, but Irvine, did well to pull out the contest. And again, getting stuck in.
Nice fake into the back. That's probably a good settler for Sophie, just to ease into her game, and I can't wait to see her absolutely smash it now.
How important is it as a shooter to nail that first goal just to give you confidence?
Yeah, it's really important to nail it, and also you want to have it quite soon into when you're coming on. Especially as a goal attack, sometimes you can go up to 5 minutes without having a goal, and I think sometimes the sooner you get it, the easier you can settle. So I think she'll be happy to get that one under the post early on.
Well, Pullen finds Kelly. Oh, she's going from range. Oh, it is beautiful. What a shot from Sophie Kelly. She is a long bomb queen.
And I think she's just gave the defence a little bit more to think about. I think maybe in the first quarter, perhaps the Bath shooters weren't shooting from that range, but Sophie Kelly just keeps going to post, and it means the defence have got to be ready for it.
On a little hand in from Rutherford now, but who's on the end of it? Oh, there was just a sea of Loughborough players then. Egbaron with the pop forward. There we go, she nets her second of the game. 14 the difference now. So Rutherford. Oh no, Sophie Kelly's drawn the penalty. Off on 1 foot, yeah, smart decision.
Yeah, nice pop there.
Oh, short from Watts. Oh, rare miss for her. You can see her yelling in frustration.
I think what I'm loving about the Loughborough defence is if one of them gets a tip, the other one's backing it up with the intercept, and I just think that they're really supporting each other in there. It's not always been two-handed clean turnover, but as a unit they're really working hard together to change possession, which I'm liking.
And speaking of liking a bit of Loughborough, how about that feed into the circle? And Ed Barron, she makes it look so easy, doesn't she?
She does, and she just flipped out there, so she had her body to the defender, and then she noticed that the space was on the other side, and she just flipped out, made it much easier feed for the centre court, and just a better option, so that was really smart from her.
Of course, she made her Super League debut last year for Saracens Mavericks, came in as a late replacement player for Emma Sackett.
Yeah, and obviously she's at Leeds Rhinos this year, so I'm really excited to see her get a little bit more court time. I think she brings so much flair and energy to the side, which we're already seeing so far, so I can't wait to see her do that on the Super League stage.
Oh, I think that was... Oh no, I thought it was going to be an attacking contact, but it's actually out of court. So Loughborough, miscommunication. Just needed someone to punch up through the middle, perhaps.
Yeah, I think Bath just sat in a little bit of a box there, and you could see that they were all on the inside, so just someone punching through that middle, trying to create a little bit of space.
Rutherford, beautiful ball into Kelly, right under the post. She ain't going to miss from there. Just under 3 minutes to go in this third quarter. Oh.
Lovely hold and present. And I love the confidence from Bella just to give that. You know, she can see there's two defenders in that circle on Sophie, and she knows that she has the confidence to give it, and that's just brilliant to see.
I was saying earlier, off air actually, as we see a great hand in from Brock Taylor, Bella Bayliss has got to be one of the most successful young people I've ever met in my life. 2 under-21 MPL League and tournaments with Loughborough Lightning, Loughborough Lightning Super League 23 and 24. She also won BUCS finals in 23 and 24. Unbelievable success.
Yeah, she is just an incredible athlete across the board. And I was actually speaking to her in training. She was like, I really want to win it 3 years in a row. And I think, you know, just having that relentless mindset of just wanting to be a winner all the time is so important in this sport. So, yeah, she's definitely one to watch coming through the Super League this year.
Well, it looks like Loughborough are on track for the three-peat here at BUCS Big Wednesday. But job not done just yet. So offside is the call. Sophie Kelly looking for the options. She'll back herself from there. And it's for me, what I love most about her is there's no balking of the shot. She literally just turns and releases.
Yeah, 100%. And it was really smart there for her to play back to the near side midi. She did look at the swing, but she saw both the defenders drop. And I think maybe that's where Loughborough need to adapt a little bit. You know, you can't drop on Sophie Kelly. She will just turn and shoot. So, you know, they're so rangy. They win so much ball off the shot. If they can get their arms up a little bit more and just try and disrupt that, because she will turn and shoot all day.
Well, talking about turning and shooting, Sophie Agbaron, some beautiful movement in the circle and the shot to boot. Oh, that is what you call vision. Beautiful work from the University of Bath. Agbaron out the circle now, off on 1 foot. She had to step in, but Sophie Sifri with the deflection. Oh, footwork call. She doesn't agree. So Rutherford then to Irvine. Oh, everyone just behind their player. Oh, and another footwork call. And they work so hard to win it back.
Yeah, 20 seconds on the clock. Really just want to see one team take this one to goal. Just settle. A few errors going back and forth. Good take by Sophie.
Oh, Sifri just in the landing space of Agbaron. She gets one just before the buzzer. There we go. And at three-quarter time, it is 32 to University of Bath, 48 to Lightning. Not Lightning, oh my goodness. If I had £1 for every time I said Lightning today, I would be a millionaire.
We'd be rich.
We would indeed. So, Berry Neal, what did you make of that quarter?
Yeah, I think Loughborough are really just pushing on now. I think Sophie Kelly came on and had brilliant impact in that second quarter and has continued to do so into this one. I think moving her back to shooter was quite a good option. I think she's been really free under the post and turning shooting. I think Loughborough just been really clinical in attack and defence. Like we said, 7 on attack, 7 on defence. So be interesting to see how Bath come into this next quarter. The game isn't done yet. There's still 15 minutes. So really important that they keep pushing on. They are winning ball, but just can they take it to go a little bit more?
Well, let's see what they can do in the fourth and final quarter, coming your way after this short break.
Turns out, nailing a whole one of these once you send it to the toilet. Well, I made that decision after I went to a wee while I was in the shop, and the colour of the wee was not promising. I was like, I need some water. So we are creeping towards the end of 2025's BUCS Big Wednesday. Whether you've been here competing or supporting here today, we really, really hope that you have enjoyed it. The one thing to mention is we still have 15 minutes and more for you to empty the tank as a spectator this evening and get right behind your news. Wherever you may be, whether you've been back or Loughborough, about 15 minutes left just before you empty the tank out of a big, big closing finish here. I'm sure some even bigger celebrations. In fact, before we set the players out for the fourth quarter, Netball Centre, we get a quick check. Team Bath is still with us. Team Bath, are you still with your team? How about you, Team Loughborough? I thought you might be. Final quarter of an hour of BUCS Big Wednesday. Let's get behind your players and for the netball for the final time. Let's make some noise!
So a couple of changes coming into this final quarter. University of Bath has a direct swap between Sophie Sifri and Scarlett Creasy. So Creasy out to goal defence, Sifri dropping back to keeper. And for Loughborough, Bella Bayliss and Georgie Brock-Taylor go to the bench. Izzy Kay moves to centre, Niamh Kilgallen comes back on into wing defence, and Emily Paulet enters the game for the first time in wing attack. A nice strong start for University of Bath. So Paulet to Egg-Barron out the circle, Kay getting stuck in.
Oh, brilliant ball. And to be fair, I think the defence read that well. She went on it and challenged it, but I think just the placement and the touch there was just made it really hard to win, so that was good from Loughborough.
So Pullen, oh, she tried to thread the needle. She thought the space was there, but Appleby Prince all over that one.
Yeah, and that's really been the story of the game so far, hasn't it, with Appleby Prince? She's just been on everything, challenging everything.
Oh, but Sophie Kelly just doing Sophie Kelly things. Izzy Kay then for Loughborough, out wide to Paulet.
That's a lovely ball in from Paula. Really good start for her to just turn and give that ball. Seen her play next gen, especially against Thunder this past weekend. She got some court time there, and I think she's a really talented athlete coming through, and I can't wait to see what more she can bring.
Yeah, she won player of the tournament for Lightning at NPL last year. So really outstanding talent.
Yeah, and even though she's so young, she's actually got so much experience. She was part of that England team that got a bronze medal at the Youth Commonwealth Games. So, you know, she has already got that experience at such a young age. So I can only imagine how much more she's going to get as she develops.
Yeah, absolutely. Penny Cook, big ball into Egbaran. Check out the splits in the air. Oh my goodness, that was outrageous.
You can tell she's been training with Joyce Mavula for sure.
Yeah. Right, you are, Berry Neal. Sophie Kelly now, the give and go mid-range.
She's been outstanding for me, and just the speed of that give and go to get herself back in the circle. Excellent.
Take from Kay, deep into the pocket. Penny Cook. Oh, Egbaran not even getting herself into a rebound position because she knows that Penny Cook's just going to nail it. Oh, Pullen needs a bit of a hand. So Creasy then to take the penalty. There's Pullen, both shooters out the circle. Oh. Kelly again opts to offload this time. Great decision making. Charlotte Watts. She gets number 37 for Bath. Oh, as always, a difficult pass.
I think what I love about this attack end for Loughborough is, you know, Bella Bayliss has took to the bench. She's probably one of your more experienced players on this side, and still just playing with that same intent to give the ball and go to goal. Middies are feeding, not even just from the edge, but from almost at the transverse line, and just that confidence that reaps with this attack end is just lovely to see.
So Penny Cook then to Egbaran again. Kay, circle edge. Oh, didn't like what was on offer, but she gave it anyway. Yeah, a bit of a clumsy challenge there from Rutherford. Was never going to get a hand to that one. And Paulette finds Penny Cook all alone, courtesy of the drive out from Egbaran.
That's really smart from Penny Cook. You know, she used the swing, and often as a goal attack you then want to try and sweep the front or run the baseline, but actually she looked where the defence were. She had all the space in the back space, and she just stayed and asked for the ball, and I think that's really smart.
Oh, and again, even with the 2-on-1, Creasy with the contact this time. And Penny Cook, 55 on the board. Just over 10 minutes left to go before we can officially crown Loughborough as champions.
That was a lovely option for Sophie Kelly to come for the second phase on the centre pass. Goal attack and wing attack just got a little bit wide, which is absolutely fine because when you've got a moving circle, you can have a shooter exit like that, and if she's going to nail the shot every time, why not get her on the ball?
I'm not actually sure if she's missed yet. I think she might have just missed the one, as you see the outside arm from Sophie Sifri. So Izzy Kay for the throw-in. Oh, take from Sifri.
And I think Bath Circle defence have done a really good job this game. I know that the scoreline is starting to blow out, but actually, you know, they're missing Jada Pekova, who is on the bench maybe to help and give a little bit of tactics, but not actually in the matchday squad today. And I think they've held their own, and, you know, they've won some ball, which is nice to see.
Yeah, I agree. Amma said it earlier, actually, that the scoreline doesn't actually quite reflect just how competitive and entertaining this game has been. As we see another win for Loughborough, this time thanks to Molly Hull.
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to see how many changes in possession there's actually been, because it just feels like it's gone back and forth a lot of the game.
And actually the scary prospect is to think, yes, Team Bath are missing Jada Pekova, but Loughborough also missing Jazz Brown and Alex Johnson. Can you believe?
I know.
Unbelievably stacked. Oh, that was always an ambitious ball. Paulett, nice little sweep from Pennycook. And a lovely finish as well with their centre pass. Oh, great hand in from Rutherford, but just knocks it closer to Egbarren, who overcooks that one.
Really like to see Bath settle on this back line now. See if they can take it through to a shooting opportunity.
So a couple of contacts in a row for Loughborough. They'll need to start to tidy that up. Oh, just right over the mess. Oh, ball could have gone to Sophie Kelly, but they opt to work it round. Yeah, great decision making.
Nice speed as well. Obviously the defender had been called out for the contact there, so she knew that she was heading back in, but just the speed of giving that pop meant that she couldn't really get a hand to it.
Kelly then, oh, Rutherford, the way she's trying to use her body to protect that space. Izzy Kay though is up for the challenge.
Yeah, 100%. The pressure from the middies, both sides around that circle edge, has just been fantastic.
Yeah, a bit of a rogue pass there, decision making. Charlotte Watts had come out totally clean, top of the circle, undefended. Kilgallen then to Appleby Prince. Hull to Paulett. Oh, that was a bit ambitious. Izzy Kay then assessing the options, but 3 seconds. Great defensive pressure from Bath.
Yeah, that was brilliant. They just dropped a 2v1 there, and then the wing D started to pick up the goal attack coming through, so left them with little options.
Sophie Egbarren though, she's getting stuck in defensively as well. Just need to open up the other side of the court. Oh, over a third.
And that's what I'm loving about Loughborough so far. You know, if they lose a ball, they're straight back on defence, straight back with a shooting opportunity, but a footwork there, so Bath get another opportunity to take it through to a goal.
Oh, but look at that, the big long arms of Egbarren. She's able to get a small fingertip to it and then converts the turnover.
And it just releases so much pressure for the circle defenders if your attackers are winning ball. You know, it's not waiting to get to the circle before they can intercept a pass. They're winning it high up the court, which is just brilliant to have all 7 on defence.
And winning ball, Rutherford able to get one back for Bath. And there she is, ball in hand. Oh, so unfortunate. You really wanted them to take that one to goal. And Paulett then to Hull.
Brilliant ball right through the middle there. Great vision, good rebound from Sophie. Finishes that one off.
That was a cracking rebound from Sophie. She had absolutely no right to that ball because it was directly above Sifri's head. So, some changes for Bath. Let's have a little look. So, Charlotte Watts going back to goal shooter. Alana Pullen going to goal attack. Sienna Rutherford going to wing attack. Ellie Irvine going to centre. Can't quite, I think that's Becca Hinkins who's come on into wing defence. Yeah, that is Becca Hinkins in wing defence.
And she's just been so strong this whole game. We saw her in goal defence, we've seen her in goalkeeper, and she's just consistently winning ball for Loughborough. Been so impressed by her today. I have actually had to train against this defensive unit the past few weeks, so I know how physical it is. And they're really showing that out there today, which is great to see.
Good decision making on circle edge, opens up Watts on the goal line. And she slots that one comfortably. 19 the difference now. So it is gone for the University of Bath. So that'll be 2 losses for them today. Of course, they lost the trophy final to University of Nottingham. But 2 really outstanding games. As you see, an obstruction against Egbarren. Hinkins to Creasy. Oh, Egbaran, yeah, a little bit offside.
Just offside.
Good effort. Irvine then to Pullen.
It just feels like when Bath do use those fakes and change direction, that they can actually get through, but I think sometimes they're just playing into what the defence are trying to set up. And that's a great settler for Bath. Definitely needed that one. To shoot from range as well under that pressure is really good.
And I think actually for Alana Pullen to have done, 3 quarters in wing attack to then go into a shooting position, that's actually quite hard.
Yeah, definitely. It's a completely different thing to think about in terms of game plan. Wing attack's shorter, sharper movement, and then you go into goal attack and you've got to try and open up that circle. So I think she's done a brilliant job at adjusting so far.
Egbaran from range.
I'd just like to see Bath be a little bit disciplined on them. They're kind of just giving Loughborough free shots there essentially, but good rebound.
So opportunity to reward this now. Oh, but again, there's just no way through. Oh, that split landing is just unbelievable from Egbaran. The strength in those legs.
Yeah, she gets from the edge of the shooting circle to under the post with her split leg.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh no, Charlotte Watts not able to slot that one. I was just complimenting what a lovely passage of play that was.
A brilliant drive from Molly Hall, and the confidence to give that cross-court ball. It's just lovely to see. Loughborough have just been so consistent at just attacking that post for 60 minutes. It's really hard to defend when you've got 2 targets going to the post, both shooters, putting up the shots. They drop a 2v1, the goal attack's attacking it. They go on 1v1, they've got an option under the post.
So setting the penalty on the other side of the court. Irvine all alone on circle edge, and what a feed into Watts. On again, another couple of misses. Just needs to take a breath before releasing on the shots. Pullen will go from range. Oh, unlucky. They get the rebound though. Well, they get the throw in even.
Oh, smart.
You've got to chuck one of those in once in a while, haven't you?
100%, and I know the defenders don't like it. Lovely front hold from Sophie.
Egbaran, she went for the offload. It didn't pull off. She's going to back herself. Cracking rebounds. Into the final minute then. Oh, and not received. So Loughborough will want to get another couple of goals to end the game.
Just need an option towards her. Lovely baseline. And a lovely shot to finish.
And actually, I think Penny Cook's been a little bit of an unsung hero for Loughborough in this second half, I think. A little bit understated. Doesn't do anything particularly flashy, but it's just so reliable and so solid.
Yeah, 100%. I think Ella Williams started the game so well. So when that change came, I was thinking, Ella Williams has put on a good performance, so there's no real need to take her off. But she's just come on and had such an impact as well. So it's so good that they've got so many options in that circle.
Well, there we have it. At full time, it is 43-65 in favour of Loughborough University. And they have achieved an incredible feat, a 3rd consecutive title. They won the title in 2023, they won the title in 2024, and now they've won it once again in 2025. And the crowd, there's a whole little segment here full of Loughborough supporters, and they are up on their feet. They've got little sticks with the players' faces on, which I always love as a personal favourite of mine. And really, just from start to finish, Berry Neal, Loughborough have been clinical.
Yeah, they've been so clinical on attack and so fearless and ruthless on defence. They really have been impossible to beat today. I think Bath played some lovely netball, but Loughborough have just been formidable from start to finish. So.
And our player of the match tonight, you have chosen Selena Appleby-Prince, who ended up in that goalkeeper position, started out in goal defence. Tell us a little bit about what you love so much about her performance tonight.
Yeah, I think there were so many standout players from that Loughborough side. I think it really could have gone to anyone, to be honest. But she was just so ruthless. There was rebounds, there was tips. From the first minute when Loughborough went 3-0 up, she was a big part of that. And I think, you know, her positional change from goal defence to goalkeeper had a real impact as well. She's just been so dominant and so strong. So yeah, I've loved what she's put out today.
And I think actually no matter who she was paired with in that defensive circle, obviously she started off with Darcy Everett in the back, and then when she moved back herself, Molly Hull came on into goal defence. It was just seamless.
Yeah, 100%. And I think what I've loved about this defensive unit is how much they've backed each other up. You know, Darcy would get a tip and Selena's going to chase it down and get two hands to the ball, and that's what I've loved. It's been a real defensive effort. There hasn't been one standout player for me in that defensive end. I think they've all had their fair share of winning ball, and that's what I've loved to see. Yeah. And she just hasn't stopped until that ball's gone in the net. She's defended right the way through.
I think as well, we do have to give an honourable mention to Bella Bayliss. I think playing the majority of that game in centre, I thought she was outstanding today. She is just pure quality.
Yeah, she was another one for me that was really close to getting that play of the match. She's just been the link from attack to defence for me. She's been winning ball, giving early feeds, and I think she actually gave confidence to those around her that those feeds could go. You know, early on in the game, she was the one giving them, and I think other players saw that and stepped up and started to give them long balls in too.
And actually, Bella Bayliss, believe it or not, with all those titles that she's won at, you know, BUCS, with Lightning, at MPL, she also used to play lacrosse for England before choosing to focus on netball, and also represented England in slalom skiing when she was younger. I mean, the talent is just ridiculous.
There's nothing that girl can't do. Like, even in training, she's fast, she can jump, she's got vision, she can defend. She's just an all-rounder in everything that she does, so I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, really impressive. And as the teams celebrate, we're going to get ready to go courtside to our player of the match, Selena Appleby-Prince.
Do stay with us for next month's TV interviews not included in our presentations. We'll begin to stay in your seats for our final presentation.
I've made my way pitch side again. Selena, you were Berry's pick as player of the match. As we were walking over there, I asked you how you're feeling. You said tired. That was a physical match out there.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Bath are a really good squad, so we had our game plan and we just did it, and we came out with the win, so everyone's happy.
Talk to us about that game plan a little bit then, because it's a bit of a slow burner in terms of you always seem to be just a slight step ahead of Bath, but broke them down over time.
Yeah, definitely. We knew that they were going to come out strong, so we just had to stick to what we knew and just keep doing that until obviously finally broke through and got those momentum shifts which we could get through and get the win. Yeah.
And retaining the title again as well. BUCS Championship winners, second year in a row after last year. That's big thing for you and the uni.
Yeah, definitely. We were trying to obviously keep that 3 for 3. I think we were one of the first ones to do it, so yeah, it's a really good feeling.
So back to back, and then in front of the home crowd as well. The Bath fans were loud,
yeah,
but
definitely.
We were watching it up there. That wall of noise, that purple support was huge for you.
Yeah, 100%. It definitely kept us pushing. If we kind of lost our heads a bit, they were always there to like keep us going. Yeah, it really helped.
Selena, well done. I know you want to get back and celebrate with the team, so we'll let you go. Lucy, back over to you.
Well, great to hear from our player of the match, Selena Appleby-Prince. An absolute workhorse in that defensive circle. And we're going to go back courtside to Harry Scott Monroe, who's got the head coach of Loughborough, Proscovia Peace and Quatcher.
Well, fantastic to hear Selena's thoughts. Now it's time to hear the thoughts of the winning coach. Peace, you said to me before the match you wanted your side to be brave and bring it to the court, and they certainly did that.
Oh yeah, they certainly did it. They didn't disappoint me, and I'm so proud of the girls.
Selena was saying there as well, obviously pride is a huge emotion, but it was so important to try and get that three-peat, go back to back to back. What does it mean to you to have coached this group to do that as well?
It's one of the greatest opportunities I've had in my life, and it fulfills me as a person. Being able to give back to the community and transfer what I have back into the young generation makes me the happiest person I can be. And I'm so proud of the girls, and most importantly, I thank Loughborough University for giving me this opportunity.
So it's a fantastic opportunity. You talk about a community. It certainly was that today, that the players on court, the staff, and then that support as well, a really special occasion.
It was special indeed, and coming here back-to-back champions, that was a great win for us, and we're so proud of it.
And just a final one, a word on Bath as well, defeated in the final, but worthy opponents, and they really, really made your side have to work so hard for that.
Yeah, great effort from them. I cannot say that it was easy. It was not easy. They worked for it. They wanted it as much as we wanted it, and they gave us the best game that we can, and we thank them for the game. And I congratulate them upon getting into finals. It's not easy to get into finals. They made it here, and they played a brilliant game.
And they, like you said, they really made it a special occasion as well. Peace, thank you so much. Congratulations. I know you want to go back and celebrate with your side. So Lucy, it's time to hand back over to you to talk us through the trophy presentation.
Proscovia, Peace and Quacha then, a few words from her. A very happy coach indeed. And Berry Neal, we've spoken a lot about the success of Lightning, some of the key standout players, but let's have a little chat about the University of Bath, because they really, despite the scoreline, they did put up a great performance.
Yeah, 100%, and that standard, like at uni netball level, is insane. Like you said, a lot of them are next gen players for Bath, so the standard of this game has been immense. It's almost like a Super League game. So, you know, you expect a team to go ahead. Looking at Loughborough's squad, and even just seeing that they've got Proscovia Peace as their coach is insane. So, you know, for Bath to stay in that game till the end was really good from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they did have a couple of players out. Not only was Jada Pekova out, although on the coaching bench, they also had Lucy Button, who's out due to injury. They had vice-captain Lily Jones, who's also captain of the Bath Next Gen squad. She was out due to a knee injury as well. And particularly for Lily Jones, like, that is such a major out for them. She's been outstanding in the Next Gen League.
Yeah, 100%. And I think having, you know, one of your leadership role players, a vice-captain out, is always going to be a huge loss for them. So I think they've adapted to it really well, and I think the shooting circle had moments of excellence today as well.
Yeah, indeed they did. And the mid-court as well. I thought we had a great performance from Ellie Irvine, Alana Pullen, Sienna Rutherford. Actually, that little trio in the mid-court, I think, really found their flow at times.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the ball speed between them was absolutely epic. And, you know, that short, sharp netball that we saw, that at times I felt like they were forced to play, but actually played into that role really well. You know, Loughborough's defence are rangy and they want a hump ball, so playing that short, sharp netball really worked in their favour.
You can see their player of the match, Selena Appleby Prince, just collecting that beautiful plaque there. That will go straight on the wall above the mantelpiece. Very, very well deserved, and great support shown by her teammates as well. And for the University of Bath, it might have been heartbreak in the end, but there is so much to be proud of. They only lost one game across 12 fixtures. They scored the highest goals all season recently in their semi-final win, a 40-goal win over Leeds in the semi-final. But unfortunately, not able to get over the line today, as we see them coming in to collect their medals. But even just to get to a final, you'll know this, your experience with London Pulse, getting to Super League finals, that in itself is so much to be proud of.
Yeah, that's such a huge achievement. And like you said, to go 12 games with only one loss is huge. They've been so consistent all year. So, yeah, on the day, you don't want to come away with a silver medal. But when you look back at the season, like, what an amazing group of girls and what a brilliant success they've had.
Right, you are, Berry Neal, to see the last couple of medals being given out. And for Loughborough as well, a really unbelievable performance, both from them and from our trophy champions, University of Nottingham. That was another cracking final earlier on in the day. 100% win rate, undefeated for the past 3 seasons. I mean, can you believe that stat?
It's incredible, and I think actually when you look at this Loughborough side, they are a little bit more inexperienced than what they've had in previous years. You know, they had Mary Trollope, people like Emma Thacker, so actually for this team to come out and do this year, it's not the same squad as it was last year, and so for some of these girls it's their first time getting that gold medal at BUCS level, so it's really nice to see that they're keeping that consistency even with the change of player cohort.
Yeah, for a couple of players, particularly for Lightning, this will really mean so much to them. I mean, Molly Hole in particular, this is actually her first BUCS final, because the previous 2 finals she had ACL injuries in both. So that resilience to go through 2 devastating injuries like that and then to come out and get the win, I mean, that must mean the world to her.
Yeah, 100%, and you know, she looks like she's been so experienced in this final. Like, she's been one of the people that have really led the team to this win, so she'll be really over the moon with how far she's come, and definitely like relentless from her to come back after 2 major injuries, so well-deserved win for her.
And as the trophy is brought over to the side, they go left, they go right, they go up. There is your champions. It is Loughborough University. They've done the 3-peat. Left, right, up, here we go. They are your BUCS Big Wednesday champions for 2025. Deserved winners from start to finish, just absolutely relentless. And as we say goodbye to the players on court, we're going to throw down courtside to Harry Scott Monroe to wrap this up.
Well, there you have it then. Another BUCS Big Wednesday comes to a close. Congratulations to Loughborough University. BUCS national champions here at the Netball Arena for the 3rd year in a row. If you didn't join us earlier, Nottingham University were the trophy winners, and we've had a fantastic afternoon and evening of netball. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I certainly have. My thanks to Lucy Goodman, Amar Agbezi and Berry Neal for providing you with far more insight than I could have given you today. It's been fantastic having you here at home, having all of these amazing fans in the stands, and we can't wait to do it all again next year. Just 364 days to go. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.